for another Gab with Abigail. If you're back and this is your first time on my channel, hi, welcome to Gabs with Abigail, where we talk about the Bates and Duggars and other D-list fundies. For today's video, we are catching up with our favorite D-list fundies. I'm actually really embarrassed making this video because I'm like, I know it's been a really long time. I'm so sorry. I know it's been a long time, but I could not resist reacting to this. I have not watched Joe Rodrigues' take on Juneteenth at all. I've just seen like it going around and I'm like, what did she say? So, hi friends, let's get into that.
So my husband had to run to the bank today, and when he got to the bank, it was closed. He was like, why is it closed today? Because it's Juneteenth Day. And I said, what is Juneteenth Day?
The look on her face.
It's a day in celebration of sin, really, because sodomy in God's sight is sin, and it's a sad day.
I mean, but like this is like the reality of the America that we live in. That's what like is being spread around about this, right? And people be like, it's not racism. Well, then why would they say that? You know what I mean? And people be like, oh, they're just ignorant. Yeah, I guess. But like, you don't own a television. You've never seen on the news like what that's about. And if that's what you've been being told it's about, like, that's not suspicious to you? I don't know. Like, this is in the backwoods of places. You know, this is just like that video that's been going around. I saw on like TikTok of like a black woman overheard some white people discussing like the same situation, that the bank I think was closed, and they were like, oh, for what? It was like about Juneteenth, and then they like laughed about it. I forget about what specifically, and the lady was like, no, let me get my car. I'm not being serviced here. And they were like, the automobile place are the ones who released the video to say like, oh, we weren't being racist. And it's like, it's not that you strung me up to a tree or threatening to do that. It's those subtle overtures like that mean something about how you feel about black people and their shit. And now I feel uncomfortable. I'm gonna take my car and go. Even if you weren't ever gonna do anything, that attitude exists within your spirit. I don't need to spend money here, you know? And so yeah, it's believable to me that this is what Jill is in the backwoods of Ohio hearing, thinking that this is about. Like, she's deep in the trenches of church. Didn't she just hop churches? She's probably confused and dizzy. Let's keep watching.
And I'm thankful that God has led me to a company that I can shop for so many essential.
How did this turn into an MLM plug? That was the last thing I was expecting. She said, fuck the gays and buy my products. Oh my God. What would she say? The MLM girlies are different. The MLM girlies are so different. Like, I don't know. They get me every time. I'm like, how did you do that? How did you do that? Like, they're diligent. That is a level of diligence I just feel like I'll never have. Like, actually, that is the level of diligence I pray for. And the big goals that I have in life is the energy, the time, the resilience that the MLM girlies have. Because to get on Beyonce's internet, say fuck Juneteenth, fuck the gays, buy my products. That's funny. That's crazy, Jill. What? What? What's going on in Ohio? This is where the vice president is from. What's going on in Ohio? I want to know. What? And also West Virginia. Doesn't he talk about West Virginia in his book, J.D. Vance? I want to know what's going on in West Virginia. I want to know what's going on in Ohio. I have a lot of questions.
Products, essential oils, hair care products, makeup, supplements, clean.
Her saying makeup while having a filter on. You cannot trick me. Girl, what?
Food items, brownie mix, pancake mix, muffin mix, so many.
Why would you need... That's in the clip because I'm watching it off Reddit. I didn't watch it live. Let's watch her follow up because apparently somebody was like, actually, bitch. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Chill. Girl. Stop it. Stop it. And this isn't surprising because having read her book for teenage girls, because Lord knows that's what I do in my free time. Renee has this like weird ramble in the book about like what is like racist and like they're teaching your kids to be gay in school or something crazy like that. And so this is like the exact kind of response that I feel like I would expect Jill to have. Like, I feel like this is, in fact, it makes sense. I don't even want to say it's on brand. I just want to say it makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to read a little bit from Renee's section from A Road to Victory. I believe a big part of the reason our country is where it is today is a result of sinful words. Young students are being sent to secular colleges that fill their minds with the sinful ways of this world and are eradicating the history of our great nation, the USA. In the public school system, small children are forced to hear that same-sex marriage is perfectly fine and that if you believe otherwise, you are considered a racist and hater. We as Christians have been taught to love all people, but to hate the sin. It is not racist when we are simply standing firm on God's principles taught directly from the Bible. Leviticus 20, verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. Happy Juneteenth. Like, happy Juneteenth specifically to Renee Rodriguez. Specifically to her. Specifically to her. Like, you see you see what I mean? Like, it adds up. Makes sense. Not surprised. You know, I can't even say I'm disappointed but not surprised. I'm just not. I'm none of that. It's like, yeah. Sounds about right. Sounds correct. Okay, so she filmed a retraction, so let's watch.
Okay, this is a retraction. I have an apology to make. We were informed wrong. So because the month of June is LGBTQ month, we were informed that the Juneteenth day was...
So you admit it, you agree. It's the month for the gays. We got her. America, we got her. She admitted it. It belongs to the gays.
Was a celebration of pride, LGBTQ communities. And of course we don't support that because we're Christians and we obey the Bible. But I apologize. Juneteenth Day is in celebration of freedom of slavery, which we are in support of. And so thank you for those of you that corrected us. And it's only been a federal holiday for the last 4 years. I did my research now and I know what it was about.
Only 4 years. Only 4 years. Only 4 years. You only been going to the bank for 2 years, bitch? What does that mean? Get your money up. Just kidding. That's rude. That's a little bit disrespectful. I'm sorry. Glad she's anti-slavery. She's like, I wouldn't have been a Confederate. She would have been a Confederate. Do you think Jill would have been a Confederate? For sure, right? Like, for sure. She would have been like, yeah, God, it says in the Bible that slaves are good. She would have been one of those girlies for sure. And it's not her fault. It's not her fault. It's not her fault. That's how the cookie probably would have crumbled for her religiously. I can see that. You know what? Her people are from upstate New York. They might have been chill.
So we are in support of that. Nevertheless, I'm still thankful that our store does not support woke agendas. If you're interested in shopping from
Our store does not support woke agendas. The MLM girlies are never going to let me down. They're never going to let me down. They're never going to let me down. The MLM girlies are never going to let me down. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that consistency in a world that is not consistent, especially since all of them are at any moment on the brink of losing everything if the company decides to stop MLMing, you know? And that sort of tenacity to grind that wheel. Special. Special. Thanks, Joe. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth specifically, though, to Renee bleeping Rodrigues. And I think her birthday is also, like, coming up soon as well. Let's look that up really quickly. And that somehow makes this funnier to me. It probably doesn't make it funnier to you, but to me, I'm like, no. And it's so crazy for the longest time that nobody knew the Rodrigues kids' birthdays. And I don't think that's a bad thing at all. Friends. Her birthday is June 18th. Happy Juneteenth to Renee Rodrigues specifically. Like, imagine, how dare you, sister? Like, your entire life now. God, she's never going to have a real job, though. Respectfully, not disrespectfully. I shouldn't say that. She could do whatever she wants. But, like, your birthday falls right before a now federal holiday. Like, how lucky are you? But I guess maybe every day feels like a day off. But, like, what if your husband works somewhere where they're closed on federal holidays? So you have that day with him. And you can celebrate your birthday on that day. How dare you? Happy Juneteenth to Renee Rodrigues. Specifically. Like, girl, get out the trenches of this weird ideology where you're conflating being gay and being racist. Get out. It's not okay. It's not good. Alright, that was it, guys. Quick little video. Hope you had fun hanging out with me for a little bit. I know I've been gone for a long time. Hi. Bye.